We have made it to 2024, so my first video of the year has to be my top 10 highly anticipated films for this year. Please know that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation. Welcome to the first video of 2024 on this channel. We're going to be ranking, like I said before, my top 10 highly anticipated movies, not comic book movies, not animated movies, just movies in general that can range from comic book films to animated films, thrillers, horror movies. All of that in between stuff is going to be packed inside of this ranking, but only 10 of them will make the list. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That link is in the description. You're free to comment down below your very own ranking of your top 10 highly anticipated films for the year 2024, right from the least anticipated to the most anticipated, just like me. Or you could just do your most anticipated. With all that out of the way, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into our ranking. Kicking off the list at number 10 is Mufasa. This is a reimagining of Mufasa's origin story. We've seen it in the books, but now we're going to see it in live action. Not live action, but you know, the realistic CGI of the 2019 Lion King. So it's not going to be animated in 2D or 3D. Is going to be fully CG animated and in the realistic setting. And, you know, I don't think that's a bad thing, but also I really think that the negatives that come in here is that the animals can't emote. If we're going for a Mufasa origin story, and you guys are setting it in the 2019 setting, I don't know how that's going to go, because the emotion, the dramatic moments, I don't think they were going to hit as much, because we've seen in the 2019 Lion King that the animals can't emote. But look, I love the Lion King. It's up there. Aladdin in this movie battles for my number one favorite Disney movie, number one favorite animated films. So I love Lion King. I grew up with it. So maybe this film could be good. I think the origin story of Mufasa and Scar could be great. It's just that one teeny tiny negative here, that the animals can't emote. Number 9 is the Garfield movie. Again, like Lion King, I grew up on Garfield. I love the Garfield films. In fact, the one with Bill Murray, the first one, actually, I got it on DVD. When they announced that they're doing a Garfield film, obviously, I'm going to have some excitement about it. And then they released that Chris Pratt was going to be Garfield. And up to this point, he was starring in Guardians 3. Jurassic World Dominion was coming out. And then we just got word that he was going to be Mario, and he was going to be playing Garfield literally a month later after the Mario announcement. And, dude, Chris Pratt is maybe oversaturated in these, you know, these animated voices and stuff. I think he did okay as Mario in the Mario movie. He did something different there. Inside of the trailer for the Garfield film, it doesn't sound like he's changing his voice, but at the same time, the way that the character looks in the movie, I guess you can make an argument that Chris Pratt's voice kind of works for the design of this Garfield character and what they're going for. And you know what? It didn't bother me that much inside of the trailer. I think all of it looks great. The designs look great. I think everything about this from the trailer, I think it works for me. Introducing his father, I don't know that much, but Samuel Jackson is voicing that character, so maybe it could be fun, maybe it could be funny. All I know is that I'm a big fan of Garfield. All of this looks like the DNA of Garfield, minus the father part, the lasagna, the fat cat jokes. Odie is in the mix, the designs. Like I said, all of it seems purely Garfield. Number 8, Godzilla X Kong, A New Empire. So I love the MonsterVerse. Godzilla King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong. I love the American, you know, Kong and Godzilla films. And you know, when going inside of these movies, you know exactly what you're going to get. You just want some fun kaiju action. And that's what you got inside of Godzilla vs. Kong. If we can bring that energy to Godzilla X Kong, which I think that's what they're doing, more monsters, less showing the humans, I think it can all work out. My only issue here is that Godzilla starts running in the trailer. I was watching the trailer when I went to go see Godzilla -1. It is so insane how I watched Godzilla -1 and then this trailer premiered on YouTube. It's just, it gets to the point where it becomes a Marvel-esque, DC-esque blockbuster when you have Kong and Godzilla at the end of the trailer running towards the villain. It's so weird because I can get, I guess, Kong running. Godzilla is too big to be running at that speed. I'm still going to be in there day one, but my anticipation kind of lowered once I saw that final clip when it just looks so weird. But at the end of the day, it's Godzilla and Kong fighting a big red orangutan. It's supposed to be dumb. It's supposed to be fun. We just got Godzilla -1, so if you want a serious Godzilla movie, go watch that. There are serious Godzilla movies out there. 2014 is a serious Godzilla movie. If you want serious, you can go to those films. But I think this one will be a fun time in the theater. 7 is Inside Out 2. They've been talking about Inside Out 2 for years. I don't think we necessarily needed a sequel, but I wanted one. I wanted to see more of this world. I wanted to see more of the emotions. And I think this trailer that they premiered, kind of shows that. Riley is growing up, and we're going to introduce some new emotions like anxiety and stuff like that. And you know what? I have no problem with that. I love the Inside Out film. Hopefully, this movie can be just as thought-provoking, just as heartfelt as the original. And I think from this trailer, we're in for something special. 6 is Kung Fu Panda 4. I don't think we necessarily needed a Kung Fu Panda 4, and I don't think I ever wanted one. I think I like just Kung Fu Panda being a trilogy. If we're going to have Kung Fu Panda 4, let's get a Shrek 5 in there. Let's get a Madagascar 4, you know what I mean? Kung Fu Panda 4 doesn't seem that bad, and I don't think it's a bad idea to do another one. If Jack Black is willing to come back and do it, then that's great. And, we're bringing in Tai Lung. The Chameleon seems like going to be a cool villain, but a little bit repetitive because of Kai. We had Kai in 3, but I wonder what the theme of this one is going to be, because each Kung Fu Panda film has a theme. I wonder what this one is going to be relating to, Kung Fu, mind, body, and spirit. If they're going for what I think they're going for with Po giving off the mantle of Dragon Warrior to Awkwafina's character, then I don't know how I feel about that. I love Kung Fu Panda. I grew up knowing that Po is the one true Dragon Warrior. If they do that, I don't know how I'll feel about it. Kicking off my top 5 list is The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I remember Rise of the Planet of the Apes when that came out, and I got the DVD, so I was watching it a lot. I loved that movie. And then the second one in Matt Reeves' trilogy came out, and I loved that one too. I saw it in theaters. I didn't see the third one. I have never seen the third one, so I don't know how the trilogy concludes, really. But overall, I think the trilogy has some great buzz about it, and then I think this movie has some great buzz about it. The trailer looked fantastic. I saw it in theaters one time, and it was just great. It looked so great, so good. So I don't know what to expect from this, because I didn't see the last of the trilogy, but also I don't remember the first 2 films, so I can't wait to go back and revisit them when this movie comes out. And just the way that the trailer is, it looks grand and Shakespearean and dramatic and serious, and I think they're going in the right direction with this movie. I can't wait to see it. Number 4 is Argylle. Another film that I think is going in the right direction. The trailer sold me on this movie. It looks like it's going to be just a fun spy, not thriller, but adventure. It's going to be a fun spy adventure. And the best thing about this trailer is that they showed a mystery in there, and that you have to watch it in theaters to get that mystery. This is a movie from Matthew Vaughn. I don't think I've seen many Matthew Vaughn movies, but I am definitely gonna check them out, when this movie comes out. If I love this movie, I'm definitely gonna go back and check out his other work. But I think that from this trailer, man, it looks like it's gonna be a fun time. More fun time than The Lost City. I thought The Lost City was gonna be pretty great, and unfortunately it wasn't for me. But I do think that this movie looks like it's going to be a blast. Bryce Dallas Howard, you got Sam Rockwell, John Cena, Henry Cavill, Samuel Jackson. It's a stacked cast, man. Dua Lipa is in there as well. So I think overall, bro, it's going to be a version of The Lost City. It's going to be like a Lost City, where the author is playing out the actions of her book, IRL. But I think it's going to be more fun than that. And the fact that they introduced a mystery inside of the trailer that you're going to uncover in the movie makes me all the more excited. Kicking off my top 3 list for me is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I was there for Sonic the Hedgehog. I was there for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I will be there for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I will see how this trilogy all ends. And they introduced a great character at the end of Sonic 2 with Shadow the Hedgehog. I can't wait to see how that character is portrayed inside of this film. And that's where mainly my excitement comes from. Is the fact that it's more of Sonic, it's more of the same, it's more of what I loved from the first two films. If they can make it like Sonic 2, but even better with the inclusion of Shadow, this movie could be pretty great. This movie can be epic, and it can be a great conclusion to the trilogy. I can't wait. My runner-up at number 2 is Bad Boys 4. They did Bad Boys for Life in 2020. That was my favorite movie of 2020. So a lot of people ask the question, why they're doing another Bad Boys? I had told my mom about it so me and her can go see it because she loved the Bad Boys movies, and she never expected them to make a third one. I remember when they first announced that they were filming Bad Boys for Life, and then they announced that they were done filming. Will Smith did the whole thing on his YouTube channel. I followed that movie. And then I was so excited when the trailer came out. I was so excited to see Bad Boys for Life, and it ended up being my favorite movie of 2020. So I think enough time has passed. Up to this point when this movie is released, the Will Smith slap thing happened 2 years ago, so we can all move past it. And I love the fact that it's not going to be a spinoff of the other characters in the movie. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are going to be heavily in this movie, and they're going to have an action scene. We saw it in the behind-the-scenes set photos. I can't wait to see this movie. I love the Bad Boys franchise. I love these two actors together because Bad Boys for Life just showed that their chemistry has not changed since. But coming in at my number 1 is obviously Deadpool 3. Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know what they're going to title this movie, man. But I remember at school, sitting in my high school volleyball game, watching the trailer for this film. Not watching the trailer, but watching the announcement for this film and seeing Hugh Jackman was coming back as Wolverine. That moment was so special. That moment was so exciting. I can't wait to see this movie, man. You're bringing back Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Of course, I'm going to get excited for it. It's Deadpool 3, the final film in the trilogy. Of course, I'm going to be excited for it. And the best part about it is it's inside of the MCU. It's the only MCU film this year. It's bound to make $1 billion. This movie will make $1 billion because it's Deadpool and Wolverine. Everybody wanted to see true Deadpool and true Wolverine together, and all that we've seen in the behind the scenes set photos is them fighting in front of the 20th Century Fox logo. We're in for something special. Ryan Reynolds will deliver it to us, and in fact the director worked with Ryan Reynolds multiple times. He gets Ryan's comedy, and I think this will be the movie that brings comic book movie fans back to the theater. Not for a long time. Marvel has to bring out some more cards. DC has to bring out some more cards for us to truly come back to the comic book films. But for this year only, everybody will be in the theater for this film to see what Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy and Hugh Jackman will cook up. This is why Deadpool 3 has to come in at number 1. Alright guys, that is it for my list of my highly anticipated films of 2024. Comment down below your very own ranking of your highest anticipated films of 2024, or you can just do your most anticipated film of this year. With that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That link is in the description. With all that out of the way, guys, I will see you all next time. Peace.